welcome to the Council of Titos, the only show on the Laro-Laro lang channel where Titos talk about the reality TV game show and social experiment that has been running for over 25 years, Survivor. My name is Chief Bisdak, Joel Parcon.
And joining him, as always, is Juxtapotito, Jao Atienza. Hey, what's up? Jao, what? I was listening to our old episode. Hey, what's up, Jao? How are you doing? I'm doing quite well. What's up, Joe? How are you doing with the world falling apart?
One thing that I have going for me is I don't have a car, so I don't really have to fill up. But I know that sooner or later it's gonna affect everything else that I need to that I consume. So yeah.
Yeah, but at the very least, you walk around, which is more than most people, honestly. Like back in what 2008 or whatever, when like the last time that oil hit $100 a barrel, like we were just walking around Ortigas, no problem. Like
Yeah.
like gas then was 60 or 70 pesos per liter at 2007,
That
2000, yeah,
was
like
really pricey.
2007 pesos. Like, oh wow, dude, it's just a little bit of a miracle that we were able to get through that. But yeah, walking around, that's all good. My wife was lucky enough that we got to get one of those hybrid cars like a couple of months ago. So,
Yeah.
you know, if anybody is going to get a hybrid, now might be the time to do so.
Yeah. I mean, because but I mean, sooner or later, it's still gonna affect the hybrid cars, right? Because electricity is gonna go up.
Oh well, yeah,
Yeah,
but
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 that's gonna be later.
that's going to be later on, and at least the Philippines, I think, right, a quarter of our fuel is in renewables, and I think like the bulk of it is coal, so that isn't really affected too much by um oil. Anyway,
Okay.
enough about the world falling apart, and let's talk about better things. The
Other
reality
things
TV
falling
game
in.
show that's been running for 25 years, Survivor.
Survivor. All right. Yes, and we are going to talk about episode 2 of the season 50 of Survivor called Therapy Carousel. Therapy Carousel. And I think you called it with whose
It's-
line it was, right?
yeah, I think I did. Um, I
It
really
was
should write these things down,
yeah. It was the it
Yeah.
was the it was the what do you call this? The person of the episode.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty
Yeah,
much. Like I think I know who our survivors of the week are going to be.
exactly.
Right. But, well, th this particular episode seemed to be how do we put this? The big sort of focal point of this episode seemed to be the whole Joe versus Rick Devens
Mm,
dynamic. So maybe we could like talk about that, right? This is where the episode derives its name, the whole therapy carousel.
yeah.
Um
So what are your thoughts about that? I mean, I don't know.
I,
I don't know. Yeah, what are your thoughts?
well, for me, I'm gonna give production their flowers, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is one of those instances where production is not telling us who's in the wrong and who's in the right. You
Mm,
know, this happened with the previous episode as well, right? With the whole Coach versus Aussie thing.
yeah.
Like, maybe we have Coach being like cast as a little bit more villain in last week's episode, but this one, it's like it's uh it's sort of I feel like it's production sort of meditation on like the whole old school, new school divide and sort of dynamic there. And this
Mm-hmm.
feels like one of those sort of underlying themes that we have going on here. Like, Riz God specifically mentioning in the previous episode. I called him Riz God. The Riz Lord. The Rizzler?
The
The
Rizzler. Huh?
the Rizzler Twizzler. And his dynamic with
With Colby.
his dynamic with Colby,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, uh, you know, him Rizzo explicitly talking about how the new era being much faster and not as many days and all of that
Mm.
sort of thing. Like you don't necessarily need, at least in his view, to focus too much on making sure that you have a great shelter or whatever,
Mm.
because after like a few days you're going to be out of there anyway.
Yeah,
So
you're gonna
you know,
swap, which is
so that
what's gonna
seems
happen in the next episode.
yeah. We will talk about that since we're pretty much the last podcast that releases before the release of
Yeah.
episode 3. I figure we just breeze through the first part of the episode really quickly and then start talking about next week. Or when you're listening to this, dear listener, tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Yeah, but the thing is though, it's interesting that you mentioned that it shows the underlying divide between new school and old school, new era and old era. Because if you take a look at it, if you take a look at Devins and Joe plays more like an old era survivor, and
Yeah.
Devins plays more like a new era survivor, right?
Yeah, which is crazy, right? Because like Joe came in later.
Yeah.
But I suppose he sort of exemplifies that was the big thing about Joe.
Mm.
Um, he was a bit of a throwback. I remember a lot of people like talking about Joe as being a little bit of a throwback to old school play,
Yeah.
you know? So I don't know. I don't know. But then he isn't just old school, right? He's like super old school. He's like season 2 old school,
Yeah,
you know?
something like that. I mean, straight
Not
up,
like
just let's just butt heads, and then whoever doesn't come up with a lump on their head is a winner, right?
yeah,
He's
it's
that straightforward.
yeah. None of the sort of wheeling and dealing that we started to see towards well, pretty much after All Stars, right? Like after All
Mm,
Stars, I feel like Rob Cesternino was the one that kind of opened up these new avenues of gameplay. I'm still sore about the traitors. Like after after that third episode when spoilers for the traitors by the way. Uh the most recent one. After Rob Cesternino was like murdered,
mm.
like I really did say out loud, like, okay, that's it. They're not gonna figure out this game yet. Like I figured that if anybody was going to figure out sort of the optimal way to play
It would have
as
been
the
Robson.
faithful, it would be Rob Cesternino. But alas and alack. Um anyway, back to Survivor. Back to Survivor, back to
Back to
Survivor.
Survivor.
Uh,
Well, just to jump on what you were saying about giving production their flowers, I have to say this is one of the better edited episodes.
mm,
Uh, the way that they were telling, I think that they had a very good idea of how to get the scenes to fall one after the other. From that whole Aubrey thing, them searching through her bag, and then all of a sudden they show that Hubicki finds the boomerang idol and all of that, and then they bring it back to Aubrey, and then after that you've got the what do you call this? You've got from the switch from Coach at his lowest, getting that leg cramp, and then but no, that's not the actual story that they're trying to tell. It's actually about the tribe getting irritated by Chrissy, right?
yeah.
The fact that
Yeah.
they're able to navigate the story and get it somewhere where you weren't really expecting. You were thinking that they were going to go somewhere, and then they do something totally different.
Yeah. Yeah. And it feels like it feels very modern. It
Mm.
feels very like I don't know, juxtaposition-y, I guess. Like how they're seemingly jumping from like one aspect to another,
Mm-hmm.
and like in some instances it's for story reasons, but I feel like in other instances it's completely for vibe reasons.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
So
I actually have this question, and this is more of a like this is a music that I had. The do you think that the Aubrey bag search was staged? I have this feeling actually that Hubicki had already found the idol earlier, and
Mm.
then he sends it over to Aubrey. Production winks at Genevieve, points at Aubrey, search her bag, but they haven't put the idol there yet, just so that they search it because it was a little weird that she was brushing. I mean, it is weird that she was bringing her bag everywhere, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Or at least that's what we were being told
Yeah,
through the
so you
story.
think that she was already in possession of the idol and Genevieve was right.
I'm thinking that production might have nudged some things in one direction so that they could have that footage.
Oh, because what I was thinking was they filmed it out of, or they edited it out of order.
Mm,
Because like it's completely conceivable that like Aubrey has the idol, but just like any sane person or any fan of the show, you're not gonna put it in your bag because you know that like, you know,
mm.
you're gonna you're
You're
gonna
gonna have
hide
to
it.
leave it. Yeah, you're gonna have to
Yeah,
leave it your bag
or you're gonna have
somewhere.
to, yeah, because they know that like it's perfectly acceptable in Survivor to do like a bag search.
Hmm.
So, like you're gonna have to hide it on your person and
Hmm.
hope that you don't have some sort of gastrointestinal problem. Like Professor Hibiki.
Yeah.
So there is at least that's my theory, right? That she had
Mm.
already found the idol. She hid it on her person. Genevieve was right. They
Hmm.
searched through her bag, found nothing, but like they kind of edited it out of order.
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah.
that's my theory.
That's very plausible. I mean, we could have those sequence of scenes showing us Aubrey bringing her bag everywhere. That could have been actually when production told her check your bag, right? And
Hmm.
then and, and then you've got Genevieve that was probably from an earlier time of the day, just because she's suspicious of Aubrey, goes and searches her bag, right? So
Yeah.
and yeah, you're probably right. I mean, she sees that Aubrey brings her bag to somewhere else,
Uh-huh.
and Aubrey finds out she has the idol, puts it in her whatever shoe, her bra or wherever, goes back to camp, goes to the beach. Then Genevieve, but when she leaves, Genevieve sees her doing it. So when she comes back, comes up with this plan to search her bag, doesn't find anything.
Yeah. At least that's my theory, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, it's very plausible. That's probably how it. I mean, because they always. I don't know if they still show it at the end of episodes where the episodes have been like the disclaimer where the episodes have been edited, but the editing was does not
Does it
what do you call
affect
it,
the outcome or
affect the
whatever?
outcome. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they have to do that as a matter of like regulation or something.
Mm,
As like I'm sure there's some sort of like game show law or something that requires people that requires that sort of disclosure.
mm.
So I don't know. There.
Yeah. Well,
What else? What else?
oh well, you mentioned it already. Scatology came back into the game.
But something that I find so cool, and this is like another cool thing that production does, right? Like in the previous episode, Hubiki got such like my kids are gonna see this, that line, right? And then immediately in the next episode, it's something that one wouldn't necessarily say, my kids are going to see this in the same tone that Dr. Hibiki took uh in the previous episode, and that contrast there was so funny. God, Christian Hubicki is like my hero.
Yeah. Yeah.
Godspeed, Aubrey Bracco. Who does that?
He is the perfect narrator. I mean, I don't remember him being this good at being a narrator in his previous season.
Yeah, yeah, it feels like him being a regular on Rob Cesternino's shows uh has done him a lot of good in terms of being able to come up with sound bites and all of that sort
Mhm.
of thing. Plus, during his pregame press, he explicitly stated that he was going to lean into the sort of character of narrator or the sort of narrator archetype
Mm.
and his whole um uh, uh, theory. It isn't really a theory, but in the sense that we all kind of intuitively know this, but like Survivor is a game about narrative warfare, is what he
Mm.
called it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there he had that self-awareness to know that he was probably cast to be the narrator of the season.
Yeah. And so far, he's the one who's been breaking that fourth wall several times already, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. You're not gonna want to see
Yeah.
this. Like, oh,
Yeah, because I mean, you have that in confessionals, but he's doing it outside of the confessional. He's doing gym stuff, right?
yeah.
Him
The other,
and for this one is Mike White also did a gym, a Halpert.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. Mike White is also. I'm pretty sure he was also cast as one of the people in the narrator role.
Mm,
You know.
mm. And who would be on the other tribe?
Um, that's a really good question, Coach. Maybe Coach,
Coach? Yeah, I guess.
because like yeah, Coach.
It's just that
Speaking of
it's just that he whatever he narrates is just so out there.
yeah, uh, speaking of out there, his
Mm.
Matt Chat thing was wild, huh?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he had to bring it back to. I mean, that's what I was telling you. It wasn't really for the same thing. I mean, I said last week that therapy carousel was from in his tribe, right? Because
Yeah,
they were trying to uh, help coach cope. But I guess that
yeah,
he all he needed to do to cope was like bring it all out there during the match.
yeah. Once again, right? The whole like tonal whiplash or the whole whiplash thing and what you mentioned about going down one avenue and just like taking it in a completely
Yeah.
different direction. Here we were thinking that Coach and Ozzy had finally mended their relationship, only for like 2 days in them to become like mortal enemies again.
No, adversaries.
Adversaries. There
Adversaries.
we go.
Yeah. Yeah. The
Adversaries.
adversaries. Because today's enemy is tomorrow's adversary, and today's adversary is tomorrow's enemy. Whatever that means.
That yeah, that was hilarious, dude. Like he started so well in the first episode with the
Mm.
whole like a quote from Magellan and like and then, and then he goes into that like what? Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, I think that he might have been told, that, okay, you are the narrator of this tribe, so you better come up with really good sound bites.
Yeah. All right. So we alluded to this earlier. Um there's gonna be a wait, do we have anything about the episode itself?
The episode.
Or
Oh,
should we?
I don't know. How did you feel about the Savannah vote? For me, it kind of came out of nowhere. I mean, we know that she had a target on her back because they, at least Devon's kind of sussed out the fact that she probably has an advantage. But outside of that,
Mm,
we weren't really being shown any any animosity towards Savannah.
yeah. Um, when we were watching,
Hmm.
um, I I really did say out loud, no, not Savannah, but it totally makes sense, right? It's the whole
Yeah.
the devil you know is better than the devil you don't or
Mm.
whatever that is. And this is where um again, this is Christian Hubicki thing. His relentless need for the tribe to vote unanimously is probably going to pay back in spades in the next episode, because he's on a tribe with Emily and Ozzy.
Devon's. Oh,
Yeah, well, at least that's what
oh, yeah.
that's what the
Oh,
infographic that we
and the,
have
yeah,
says, right?
yeah, yeah.
Right. So in the next episode after the swap, it's he's going to be with Emily and Ozzy
Mm,
from their original tribe, and because they had a sort of strong voting bloc,
mm,
we're pretty much assured that the three of them are going to be sticking together, and they can just pull in, I don't know, maybe like Mike White or something to kind of round out that majority.
mm,
And like Hubicki can see the future, right? Like he ended up in this particular tribe, and if they had voted out like Suri in the first episode, as they were thinking of,
yeah.
then congratulations, you've made an enemy out of Ozzy,
Mm-hmm,
and being swapped into a tribe where it's 3-3-1, right? Three Sela members, three original Vatu members, and Mike White from Kalo.
mm,
Like Ozzy might be more primed to jump ship if like Christian didn't keep such a tight rein on the original Sela tribe.
mm.
So I don't know. Man can see the future.
He probably did all of the calculations,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. He's got the brain for it. He is
Yeah.
enjoyable. I guess if he's enjoyable enough around camp, he might just win. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know, man. I really like this season so far.
Mm.
Um Returning seasons, they're fun, right? Like he's like his thing with Rick Devens
Hmm.
in Tribal hiding the note or
Yeah, that
whatever.
one.
Like I wonder how that's gonna play out.
Yeah, I mean, and this was also discussed on No Buffs, was it? Yeah, I watched it on replay. If they actually do get to pay this off, and they find a way, one of them or both of them, when they merge, they take it out and then play it off as like they have a hidden idol or something.
Hmm.
Uh, Succeeding seasons, the castaways are gonna start looking for stuff in in the tribal, right?
Yeah,
Just
well,
like who was that? Who looked for it in previous seasons?
yeah. That wasn't I was gonna say it isn't unprecedented, right? Like I'd like to play that thing, Jeff. That was in China, was it? I can't remember which Survivors, which season it was, but it was some time ago, right?
No,
That
wasn't
little
it? There
decal
was a
on.
there was a there was a new era. The one where he went up to the podium of Jeff and tried to take out that fleur de lis.
Yeah, was that not like that was one of the pre-40 seasons?
Was it?
Yeah.
Why do I remember it as did I why do I remember it being recently? That's what we needed a Martin for. He's our survivor historian.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
there we
anyway,
go.
so yeah, I mean, it's gonna end up like castaways are gonna start putting, I mean, striking down the entire set.
Yeah, I can totally see production for season 51 being like right at the beginning, we do not hide things in tribal council. Please don't. Please don't. You know. But that's uh that's a problem for future Jeff,
Yeah.
as it were. Oh, by the way, I would like to make it known to everybody that's listening that my new winner pick is the one and only Suri Fields.
Ooh, switching.
Yeah,
Didn't you
yeah.
have Hubicki?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did because of his because of his earlier reliance. But this was from the secret scene. The
Mm.
reason that
Oh,
Suri
okay. Yeah, yeah.
the reason that Suri is now my canonical winner pick is because of the secret scene. Um, let's just
And
say that she's my
what's in
heart.
that
She's my heart pick. She's my heart pick. My
heart
head
pick?
pick is
Okay.
still Hubiki, right?
Okay.
And like, you know, sure, we 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 went through my reasoning last
Mm.
episode. Um, but Suri, it was the hidden scene where she was talking to Hubiki, and Hubiki was like, "Oh yeah, you should." She asks him like, what would it take for him to make her a robot that she can sort of just like talk to and stuff.
Mm.
Sort of like oh, I remember there was like a Japanese company or something that made something very similar to that. Anyway,
Anyway.
and her vision was to have this little robot that follows her around and it says stuff like "Good morning, Lola," and I was like, "Lola, what?" And then through one of her like preseason in one of her interviews during preseason press, she mentioned that she was a grandmother, also known as a Lola. I'm like, oh my God, what is this? Like, and then I realized like she's a nurse. So,
Hmm.
she probably does have a lot of she probably does interact with a lot of Filipinos in the US.
Uh-huh.
And when she became a grandmother, they were like, "Oh my God, Suri, you're a Lola na," and all of that sort of thing. And she might have picked that up, but there, the fact that she is identifying not as a grandmother,
Mm.
but as a Lola is something that I am going to take to mean Filipino representation, right? Since we don't have somebody like an Andy Rueda um, or what was her name that got booted
Gabby.
out? Not Gabby. Or Justine, you know,
Oh, yeah, Justine. Yeah.
a Justine, or we don't have like an Erica, or we don't have Gabby. Like in lieu of that, we have Lola Siri. For the people that aren't Filipino that listen to this show, hello, welcome to two of the 7,000 plus islands in the Philippines. Um, Lola is our word for grandmother. I think it comes
Hmm.
from like abuelo, abuela, right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
This, right? You know. So there, Lola Suri.
So yeah,
It's
Lola is grandmother, titos are uncles. So yeah,
yeah,
this is the
yeah,
council of uncles.
yep. The Council of Tios.
Yep.
Tios. But
Dios.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So anyway, um,
Speaking of Filipino nurses, have you been watching The Pit?
no,
It's
no.
well, they've got three Filipinos on the cast, and they
Okay.
are playing Filipinos. You got Isa Briones, who plays a Filipino doctor,
Mm,
and I'm sorry, I don't know the names of the actors. They play nurses, Princess and
okay.
Perla. So Filipino, Princess and Perla. Those are their names. Those are the characters' names, and
Mm.
it's kind of refreshing that the finally an American medical drama is finally representative of.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, yeah, and you've got Filipino representation because I'm sure that a lot of hospitals in the U.S. have a lot of Filipinos. I mean, you already have the Saint Denis Medical. That's the comedy version that also has Filipinos on it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And then
they
it's been it's been they've they've been Filipino nurses since like time immemorial, right?
yeah,
Like
yeah. I think some of the first, well, not really the first, because I keep going getting this in my algorithm, like the first Filipino immigrants were actually the Fishers who went to Alaska.
oh yeah. Like
Yeah, but yeah,
yeah,
I
like
mean we've had that. I mean, there have been a lot of Filipino nurses for the
yeah.
longest time.
Yeah, my aunt moved to the US in like the 60s or something.
Mm.
That's one of like those OG nurses.
Mhm.
So, yeah. good to finally see that sort of representation.
Mhm.
When previously all we really had was Manny Jacinto on the Acolyte.
Yeah. But then again, he wasn't playing a Filipino on the Acolyte, but he was playing a Filipino on The Good Place.
Then the Good Place, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But he was hot in the Acolyte. You see, he was hot.
That's important. He got eyeballs on Filipino, more eyeballs on Filipino talent because of that.
Yeah. Who did we have previously? Ding Dong Dantes. That name isn't gonna get us anywhere. As hot as he is, you know.
Well, we've got, who's his name? The ah okay. We've got, I think there have been a lot of Filipinos on in Hollywood, right?
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
just that yeah.
yeah. Oh,
But
I,
this one
I,
is just, yeah, the pit was just like really, I mean, it's because it's a medical drama, and finally it is representative of what a hospital really is. Part of that being there are three Filipinos in the hospital, working
yeah,
in the hospital.
yeah. All right. So there, Lola Suri.
Mhm. She's now your winner.
She's my heart winner pick, right? Like,
Mhm.
something that something in Martin that Martin and I do when we talk about wrestling is we have our head and heart picks. So I
Mhm.
guess Hubicki is my head pick, Suri is my heart pick.
Okay,
Anyway,
that,
um, there we go.
yeah. So the Savannah vote, yeah, that came out of nowhere for me. But yeah, you're right. It's all because of Hubicki.
Yeah, and
And
you know,
they did sort of like it was mentioned there, right? Was it Devins who was saying that they wanted to take out the unknown?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That seemed to be a very common theme in sort of the uh, pre-game press, right? Asking who they see themselves aligning with and all of that. What do they
Mhm.
think of, you know, these players? And when talking about 49, they were saying, "Oh, the devil you know is better than the devil you don't." Um, you know, yeah. Uh, she shouldn't have gone on that journey. Just, just
Mm.
saying, you know. Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
that was she was I don't really think she was there to win. You know, she wasn't playing to win.
Yeah, I mean, it was just 2 weeks after her win
Yeah,
in
after her
49.
win. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
probably got quote unquote forced to join 50 because they needed
Yeah.
one more winner. Erica probably wasn't available, so they got
Yeah.
her because she was already there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible. So she won, and then they go to Ponderosa, and then she meet, because that's it, right? The 2 weeks are actually quarantine weeks.
Yeah. Apparently what happened is, right after the
The
final episode
Yeah.
or like whenever they were, yeah, right after the final episode, apparently like they were called over to like a separate room and,
No.
yeah, Rizzo pretty much said the same thing, right? Like
Hmm.
Rizzo was pulled into another room, Jeff was sitting there, and he was like, "You play Survivor 50?" You know? And you never say no to Jeff, right? Like
Yeah.
that's one of those things about the Survivor fandom. You never say no to Jess.
Yeah. You
Jeff.
say no to Jeff, you're never gonna get back on Survivor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there, she wasn't playing to win.
Yeah.
Claro lang.
Mm.
Like I want the experience or whatever. Like, okay, yeah, sure.
She probably just wanted to get, because they don't really go home until the merge, right? Those who get
Mm.
those who get eliminated early, they stay in Ponderosa
Yeah, yeah,
until the merge, right?
yeah. Yeah, I wonder if they're gonna do that for this as well, because I remember Winners at War,
Mm-hmm.
like all of them, with the exception of Sandra,
Mm.
right, were on the jury because they needed to have all of them there to maximize eyeballs. If we're being
Yeah.
completely honest, that whole thing was just, to get as many eyeballs and keep all of the legends on camera as long as possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, I wonder if they're gonna be doing that. I don't think so, but
Well,
like that would have been
yeah.
nice.
I do know that part of the what do you call this? Part of the vote, the fan vote was it's gonna be a live. It's not gonna be the vote isn't gonna be the winner isn't gonna be declared in Fiji.
It's a
They
live finale,
they
right?
Yeah, it's a
So,
live finale. Yeah,
eh,
and I also where was that? I also read somewhere that they actually get appearance fees if they show up at the reunion. So
uh,
so yeah,
yeah.
someone broke down all of the winnings of each placer
Hmm.
and also said that they get an additional X $1,000 to appear in the finale.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. As you know, as they should, right?
Yeah. Well,
Um,
I don't know. I don't know if this season, yes, it is iconic because in the fact that it's 50, but do all of the oh yeah, I guess you can say that all of the people who are on the tribes deserve to be there also in final
again,
jury. Yeah.
yeah, but in it would be interesting. But anyway,
Anyway.
oops, there we go. Oh, right. So here's I guess a little recurring segment that I'm trying to force
Mm-hmm.
down uh, this show. Let's call it hanging threads.
Okay.
I wish I had some thread here. All of my yo-yo strings are like over there, and I don't want to have to just hanging threads.
All right.
Um, what are some of the hanging threads that we have so far that haven't
Mm.
been resolved? I can count Genevieve and Aubrey's little face off,
Mm-hmm.
the
We've had
whole
some development there, though. I mean, in the fact that Genevieve has searched Aubrey's bag.
yeah, but it's still,
Yeah, it's still
it's
up in
still a
the air.
hanging thread, right?
Yeah.
Then we have the fallout for Chrissy as the tribe mom.
Mm-hmm.
Like we see some of the we see the groundwork being laid for, maybe her getting kicked out or her being booted out because like, oh, she's annoying or
Mm-hmm.
something like that. The hanging threads obviously of the boomerang idols, what's gonna happen with them,
Mm.
but
Yeah.
specifically for the boomerang idol in Kalo, in
Mm.
the blue tribe or the teal tribe or whatever.
The one with Ozzy. Well, yeah. Or the one with Aubrey.
Um, wait, the because like the what do you call him? The there should be three, right? There should
Oh,
be
yeah, yeah, yeah. So the boomerang idol.
yeah,
Yeah.
there should be three.
And now they've swapped. Okay,
Yeah.
that changes things up.
Yeah. So who's going to find it? There's a world where Genevieve finds it,
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah, and
she's the type
this
of
is actually a
person.
question that I've got. Are Genevieve and is Ozzy in that tribe as well?
No,
No.
no.
Is there a world where Ozzy gets two boomerang idols or Aubrey gets two boomerang idols? Right?
Um
Actually, my original
no,
question
because
was
Aubrey and wait, no.
my original question was could Hubicki also have given his idol to Ozzy?
Yes. I
Right?
think he could
That
have,
could have
right?
been. I
Yeah.
mean, there wasn't like a restriction where okay, you can't give it to Ozzy anymore.
Yeah.
So there
Right?
is a world where Ozzy can have two idols, two boomerang idols at that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So there, that's another one. Who finds the third one, or
Mm.
what happens with them? And the final hanging thread is at least the one that I could see was the hidden tribal council fake idol. So
Yeah.
these are like the things that I'm looking forward to.
What other hanging threads are there? Maybe the the mentorship of Colby on Rizzo if it's gonna actually pay off. I mean, Rizzo still isn't helping out at camp. Right.
Oh, Rizzo.
So is he ever gonna? I mean, he's becoming a stereotypical Gen Z, the
Yeah.
bad stereotype of Gen Z.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, who's he on?
Right, let me
Who's on
check
his
out.
swap tribe?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have. Well, he's on tribe with Jonathan,
Oh, okay.
but then like the rest of them are all fairly like crafty players. Jonathan seems to be the odd one out.
Well, then again, he said he's changing his game a
Yeah,
bit.
which we haven't really seen any of that, huh?
Yeah, he's still
Th
being
that's a
a
hanging
provider.
thread.
Yeah,
That's
he's
a
still being
hanging thread.
yeah the
Jonathan's
2.0s. Yeah, the 2.0s.
Jonathan being a changed man.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't seem to have paid off yet. So it's either going to be like he becomes a changed man and is like super strategic for a couple of votes, or he falls flat on his face. Sort of like Coach, right? That
Yeah.
seems to be the early game story arc of Coach, where he says he's gonna play different, but in watching him, we all know that like not really, you know.
Okay, I'm looking right now at the new tribes, and it's well, at the very least, the strongmen, the new era strongmen, were still
Mm.
distributed.
Yeah.
Q is in Vatu, Joe is in Kalo, and Jonathan is in Sila,
Yep.
right? Like
Yeah.
Aussie's in Vatu. Where's Coach?
He's in Kalo. He's in Teal
In
Tribe, it looks like.
okay, Kalo, and then where is Colby?
Also in Kalo. So
Also in
that
Kalo.
that
Okay, so
seems to
that sort
be
of breaks
the
it.
that seems to be like the strong looking tribe.
Yeah.
Um it looks like Vatu is gonna be the hot mess tribe.
Mm. That's when Mike White's being the and Mike White and Christian Hubicki are in the same tribe now.
Yeah.
So we now have two narrators.
Yep. Yeah. So that looks like it's gonna be the hot mess tribe.
Mhm. Yeah,
And yeah.
Q's in it.
I mean, right, that's enough of a justification for it
Yeah.
to be the hot mess tribe, is it not?
Yeah. Q is in it. Stephanie LaGrossa's in it. Yeah. This is gonna be interesting.
Yeah. You know what huh. The three David versus Goliath people are on the same tribe.
Are they? Who's it? That's Mike White, Angelina,
Angelina
and Hibiki. Oh,
and Christian Hubicki, yeah. Huh. Huh.
I don't quite remember how they played with each other.
Yeah, but like I suppose the
Anyway.
fact that they're from the same season is already going to be something that they can put. If they go to tribal council, I fear for
Mm,
Stephanie LaGrossa.
mm, yeah. Hello, Aubrey. Oh, okay. So yeah, I mean, it's possible that at the very least, Aussie might get two, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
So
Okay.
that's your
Yeah.
prediction. Genevieve is gonna find the idol and send it somewhere.
Um. I I think it's gonna be and this is sort of reading into the edit kind of
Mm-hmm.
um but I think it's going to be um what I think it's gonna be what's this lady's name? Gosh, she's so purpled. Tiffany.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be Tiffany because like she's getting absolutely nothing.
Mm,
Like production is giving her absolutely nothing. There were like five people apparently on this particular episode that didn't get a single confessional. She was one of them.
yeah. D also, right? D didn't want to.
Yeah. Yeah, it was five women. Like,
Ooh.
bro. Like that's rough, dude.
Yeah. Who are the
Like
others? That's Emily, Angelina, and Camilla. No.
I think it might have been Camilla, yeah.
Yeah.
But let me look that
But yeah,
up.
Camilla had that like that moment, right? That
Mm.
moment that Jeff wanted to milk on the mat. It was like you can see, that she's distressed because the person she played with in her season got medically
Yeah.
evacuated. But you have to press.
Yeah. That wasn't a confessional. And that
Yeah,
wasn't even like the whole like point of the scene.
yeah. The point of the scene was the Coach Ozzy thing. And so
Right.
like Jeff went from her, and then he sees Ozzy also sniffling, so goes to
Yeah.
Ozzy, and then goes to Coach. He knew he wanted to bring it to Coach,
Yeah. I see you, Jeff. I see what you were doing,
and then
and we thank you for it.
yeah, his final commentary for it is, "Wow, this game can take you out in many ways. You get voted out, you can get medically evacuated, or your reputation." And I'm like, huh? How does that take you out of the game?
I see you, Jeff. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for pushing that narrative.
Right. So the zero confessional people were Angelina,
Mhm.
Stephanie, Chrissy,
Oh,
Camilla,
Chrissy.
and Tiffany.
Mhm.
Apparently D got one.
Did she? When?
Oh.
Yeah, but D is also getting really purple.
Yeah.
I mean, she's one of the bigger personalities in a season of big personalities. She's one of the bigger ones,
Yeah.
but we're hardly getting anything from her.
So is not to um purple him, not give him a confessional. Martin's thoughts?
Hello again, guys. Martin here with Martin's Thoughts. And yes, gastrointestinal distress is not something we should take lightly. And Christian Hubicki has learned that the hard way. He has joined the pantheon of greats such as Steven Fisbach. I mean, Fisbach. And John Cena mentioned that he also pooped his pants during a match. That was also a decade ago in an episode of Total Divas. How do I know? Because I watched that show. So things that I liked about this episode was the callback to Steven. Also, Coach being Coach. You know what I mean, right, guys? So he's out there in the first challenge confessing to us that he did something very devious, very Coach-like, and that was to steal the keys from Ozzy and Q. Yet, he wants to go on record that he will still play with honor. But technically speaking, that wasn't honorable of you, Coach. But hey, you're Coach, right? So all is forgiven. And speaking of Coach, this episode also has this budding partnership between Jonathan and Coach. So if I'm a wrestling fan, and I am, I'd like to dub this duo Jonathan Coachman. Get it? Because of Jonathan Coachman, the former WWE correspondent and bad guy. And also, Coach, I kind of relate to cramps underwater. I had one in the past. Had cramps during a swimming pool party, and that was not a fun party. Finally, I would like to say I like that Christian picked Aubrey Bracco to give the Billie Eilish idol to. And of course, his send off is Godspeed, Aubrey Bracco, safe travels. And since I listened to the last episode, I did forget to do something, didn't I? Whose line is it anyway? For the third episode, it's entitled what? Did you vote for a swap? I don't know, guys. I'm maybe thinking way into this, but maybe it's just Jeff. Yeah, I'll pick Jeff saying that for the next episode. And I saw the swap tribes. It's a very interesting mix, and I'm looking forward to the new version of Kalo more than I do for Vatu and Sila. Sila, I think they'll be winning more now because they have a big guy in their midst. Vatu, they have six-pack abs of Mike White, so I think they're still sold on that one. And finally, I like to note that this episode makes it the first Survivor season in the America that we saw back-to-back Survivor season winners either being voted out or evacuated since Winners at War. So that was Kyle from last episode and Savannah in episode 2 this week's episode. I have not much thoughts of Savannah because I honestly did not see her season 49. I was too busy watching the Traders and Survivor Australia versus the World. And that's it for this edition of Martin's Thoughts. Until next time, here's my parting words. Thank you, Billie Eilish.
Thank you, Billie Eilish.
Thank you, Billie Eilish. I gotta say, I mean, the Boomerang idol or the Billie Eilish idol has been pretty good. I mean, we talked about it a bit last episode. If this was, I asked if this was the first time we had this kind of idol, and while we did have the idol before, where it could be or it could be or had to be sent to someone else in another tribe. I think this is the first time that we're getting an idol where if it doesn't get used or if the person holding it gets voted out, it reverts back to the one who sent it.
Yeah, there was the new era, right, is notorious for people being voted out with idols in their pockets because they're all about like not giving
Doing a
anything
Marianne.
yeah, but like even because of the shot in the dark, right? The shot in the dark incentivizes people to go blindside other players. What that was really it encourages that sort of blindsidey kind of play. So I'm pretty sure a lot of it is sort of trying to manage the target of your vote by trying to make them feel safe as safe as possible. And as a result, like with more people feeling safe, they won't play their idols. So this is sort of I guess a balance mechanic in a way. You know,
Just to make sure that the idol is still it still is in play or it's still in the game.
Yeah, just just so that it isn't wasted. But I don't know, it seems like if Billie Eilish really did come up with it, like I said this last week, I'm saying it again. Respect.
Yeah. Or better yet, just like what Hubicki said. Thank you, Billie Eilish.
Thank you, Billie Eilish. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Martin, wrestling fan, obviously. Anyway. All right.
So
predictions for the next episode.
Yeah, I guess that he's like he's a Jonathan Young fan.
Yeah, he should be.
Yeah.
Well, Mike White with those abs, he's like The Rock,
That should be our next that can be something we can do. What would be the wrestler? Who is the wrestler that most resembles? Because we've already got like Joe. Joe is gonna be The Rock. Right?
The Rock, obviously, yeah.
No, how about the others? But that I'd really love for Martin to do that. Martin, please do that.
Yeah. Who would who would
The rest
each
are
person?
analogs.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Predictions for next week.
Predictions for next week. Okay, so we've got a tribe swamp. Uh, I'm not quite sure what to think of it. Is this? It's pretty early, right? Day six. No, or no? It's about right.
Yeah, that's about right.
It's about right. What is it? Because I remember in our previous seasons, we'd cover the first three episodes at the same time. I don't remember it being the swap already after the third. On
Oh,
the
yeah, but
third.
then we had a super long first episode. That might as well have been
Oh,
2 episodes. At least
got it.
that's how
Yeah,
I'm viewing it, right? That
yeah.
might as well have been two
It's a
episodes.
3 hour first episode. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so yeah. Let me just take a look at the makeup once again. I tend to think that what did Martin said that Sila is gonna win more, right? Because they've got the
Yeah.
big guy. They've got his
Yeah.
favorite
Yeah, but
castaway.
then they have Suri though. Just
He's
say.
there. There you go. There you go.
Just say they have Suri and Camilla.
Hmm.
But then like, Camilla, puzzle person, but
Puzzle person.
she has difficulty digging under a log, right? That was Camilla, right? Like she
Yeah,
she was the
yeah.
one that
Took the
slowed
most.
slowed down Kahlo.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. Hmm.
Here, is it gonna
Is
be a double
Aubrey?
boot?
Double boot. You think it's gonna be double boot? I mean, they had to. Do you think so? Because they already medivac one. They
Yeah.
medivac Kyle. Is it
Yeah,
gonna
but
be? You
then
think it's
like,
gonna be a double boot?
assuming that they have 13 episodes, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're supposed to have a 13 episode run, and they have 20
24. I know. They've got 18.
22, 22, 24. They have 24 players.
Huh? Are there 8 each?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's 8
Hmm.
per tribe. That's why the majority had to be 5.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Alright.
That's during that first episode that.
That's how good the purpling has been. I think that there are only 6 per tribe.
Oh God. But yeah, yeah. So, um, that's how comprehensively uh Guan has been. That's how comprehensively Tiffany, Camilla, and D have been purpled,
Mhm. Yeah.
and yeah, to an extent, like Angelina. Why are they not showing any of Angelina's antics, man?
Yeah,
Did she
they only
like do
show
something?
they only highlighted the fact that she's also not helping out in camp.
Yeah, did she do something? Like, did she quit? That's my prediction. She
Ooh.
quit.
Ooh. The jacket she brought wasn't thick enough.
Ooh.
Ooh. But then again,
Right.
I have been seeing her in celebrations. Do they still
Yeah.
invite the quitters to celebrations? I don't think so.
Probably not.
Right? I think that they all watched the premiere together, and Angelina was still there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there goes one of my predictions. Uh, but yeah, I'm thinking it's a double boot. Uh,
Mhm.
and the two tribes that are going to be up are Sila and Vatu.
You think Carlo's gonna win the immunities?
Yeah, I think they're going to win the immunity.
Mhm.
If it's Sila, oh my God, who do they take out? They take out Rizgad. And if it's Vatu, like I said, they probably take out Stephanie
Mhm.
or Q.
Or Angelina.
Yeah, or Angelina. Although, you know how it is though, right? Like, if our training um by the late Eggman and like Art Vito Cruz is anything to go by, we know that if um people are purpled early
Mhm.
on, they're gonna do something interesting,
Mm.
right?
Yeah,
They're probably not gonna win,
but
but
they're gonna play. They're gonna come into play later on.
yeah, yeah. Like Genevieve during her initial season
Mm.
was just so purpled, but she made such a huge impact when production finally noticed her.
Mhm.
So, you know, Angelina, come on. I know you can do it.
Yeah, yeah. She
Yeah.
hasn't been shown as doing anything. She hasn't really affected the game yet.
Yeah.
Although there was a scene that was cut out. Apparently, she, typical Angelina, tried to negotiate.
Yeah. And that wasn't
Uh,
shown.
yeah,
That wasn't shown. Like that would have been such a cool like character moment.
yeah,
But
and
I don't know.
a kind of like callback to who she's, what she's known for.
Yeah.
Aside from
Yeah.
the jacket, she's also the one who negotiated. Right? Well, that was
Yeah, she's
pretty.
negotiating for a tarp, right?
Yeah.
Or something.
No, she
Yeah,
was
so she could.
negotiating. She was negotiating their tarp for something else because they
Oh,
won a
okay.
tarp
Yeah.
in the reward. Yeah.
Yeah. Eh, maybe she didn't want to be known as the jacket person because we came to mind. It was like, hey, tarp, she's gonna make a jacket out of it. She didn't want that to be her legacy.
She wanted to be Miss Negotiator.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. Other. I don't know. Because Hubicki and Devons are now in separate tribes, so Spock and Kirk are not. So maybe Devons like links up with Mike White now, right?
No, Devon's
Oh no,
is
no. So yeah, sorry. It's Hubicki will link up with Mike White.
yeah, yeah. I mean, my theory for Vatu, right, is that Hibiki, Emily, and Ozzy because of Hibiki's
Mm.
Boston Rob,
Without
not in yeah,
expressly being Boston Rob.
yeah, but his control over the tribe, it's crazy. He's like Boston Rob without he's like the Godfather, but like without like the threat of violence.
Yeah,
Instead of the threat
he's
of
the
violence,
invisible
he's
hand.
ooh. But then his hand was very visible when he was like rocking, it's like
Trying to lull Joe to sleep.
yeah. Like that's because of his vice grip on that
Mm.
initial tribe, they're gonna stay three strong. And like I said, there might be that connection between Angelina, Mike White,
Mm.
and
And
Professor
Christian.
Hibiki
Yeah.
from the David versus Goliath.
Hmm.
The three quintessential or the quintessential like David types, right?
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, they were Davids, right? Or no? What?
I'm
No, no, no. I think that Angelina was
She was
a
Goliath? I
Goliath.
don't. I really
Yeah,
don't remember
because
that.
she
I
was
should
with
have.
that. I mean, the one that she asked for a jacket from was a Goliath.
Oh yeah, yeah. She was in the Goliath tribe.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. Uh, anyway,
I don't know
there
a
we go.
Goliath of what, but yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure that you think that they gotten into this. I mean, they thought about it. I don't ever think that Hugh and Charlie will ever work together.
Yeah. Um, I'm curious to see how Camilla um plays now as well. Like I
Mm,
feel like she's going to fit in very well with D.
mm.
And they could have like this whole young person alliance going on with this with like Charlie D, Camilla
Oh.
and Rizzo.
Mm-hmm.
But Charlie just might do the thing where he hangs out with a middle-aged woman, right? So, he
So he's gonna
joins
hang
up
out
with
with Suri.
Suri and be part of the later days members of this group,
Uh-huh.
or at the very least, like old school feeling. I don't know, but then I don't know. This is gonna Sila's gonna be quite the interesting dynamic.
Yeah, and
Um,
and you also have to think, how is Devon's gonna play now when well, he was the strategic, was he the strategic one in his pair up with Christian? Right, he was the strategic one, right? Or no,
he was the social one.
he was the face. He was the face. Yeah, he was the social
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, he was the social one, even though Christian probably had a better social game than him. Like in this previous episode, oh my God, dude.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, if you're able to rock Joe to sleep while Devon's is like butting heads with him, right?
yeah, yeah, Christian had the much better social game
Mhm.
in that instance. New Kalo,
Mhm.
I have no idea where this one is gonna go either.
Mm.
I'm curious to see what's gonna happen when Joe meets Coach.
Yeah, you've got Joe, Coach, and Colby. Colby and Joe, they're gonna get along fine.
Yeah, they're gonna get along fine. Coach
Yeah,
is,
and then you've got Coach and Genevieve might be able to work together.
gosh, I fear for Genevieve.
You've got Chrissy also. Chrissy, I feel that Chrissy, I don't know. I don't the vibe I'm getting from her is that she thinks she's a better player than she is for some
Okay.
reason. Yeah, yeah.
Huh.
That's why she's trying to exert some level of authority, but it's coming off. It was rubbing her tribe mates the wrong way.
Yeah, I can I can see that.
So
Um, Even though I really didn't see very much of her.
yeah, we just saw her massaging coach's calves. Right?
Yeah.
Well, they are still in the same tribe.
So
Who else in this? Oh, Tiffany's with him.
Tifa who? Yeah, I feel so bad for her as well.
Mhm. Yeah, we'll
Uh,
see. We'll see what it's. But you never know. Tiffany might rise from the ashes like a phoenix. That's
yeah.
I don't know. I interpret the immunity the immunity idols as like a phoenix. I don't know. Is it a rooster? Is it a sari
Uh,
manok? Right?
I suppose it's a phoenix. Is this like is this the rebirth? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Anyway, what do you got for what it could have been? What should the title of this episode have been?
Gastrointestinal issues.
The Hubicki Comedy Hour.
Yeah, anything from Hibiki, man. Just like
Yeah. He should be the official title giver, him and Mike
you know
White.
what? Screw it, man. Every episode when we do the what it
What it
whose
could have been.
line is it actually?
Oh, yeah.
For every episode of whose line is it actually? I'm just gonna say it's Christian Hubicki.
I actually originally had him as the one for whose line is it actually for this next episode, which is did you vote for a swap? Because I
Yeah.
thought that he was gonna stay in the same, probably at the mat. He might ask Devons, right? I'm
Hmm.
guessing someone is asking Devons, did you vote for a swap? Right? Yeah, so it might still be Hubicki. Yeah.
No, you know what? What's it? I'm gonna say that it should have been called "Yesterday's Adversary is Tomorrow's Enemy."
With the subtitle, today's enemy is tomorrow's adversary. That long. That long, that title.
There, that's it. That's what it should have been.
Hmm. And because of that, that's going to be the title of our episode.
Sort of like what was there was that misspelled in the misspelling in 43 with Cody.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Preposterous.
Oh, yeah, yeah. All right, let's go ahead and move over to Survivors of the Week.
Hmm.
As if there's any question, who's your castaway of the week?
Christian Hubicki.
This was definitely the Hibiki Comedy Hour.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
The episode could have just as easily been called Godspeed,
Ooh, that would have
right?
been nice.
Or
That would
like
have been
Safe
nice.
Travels, but yeah.
Yeah. Or honor and dignity. Help save with honor. No. Yeah. For his contribution to the scatological annals. Ooh. Christian Hubicki is our castaway of the week. Who is your
Sure.
goat of the week?
Oh, as much as I hate to say it, Genevieve.
Ooh. Why so?
She's a sitting duck right now.
Mm-hmm. Lost
She
Kyle,
lost she
her number
lost
one.
Kyle. Yeah, she lost Kyle, and at least in that original tribe, Savannah would have been a good shield for her.
And right now, knowing what we know, yeah, it's kind of hard. I mean, I said that her and Coach might be able to work together, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Will they actually be able to? It might be It might be forced.
Yeah, like I don't see who she aligns herself with in Kalo.
Yeah.
Like she's like so unlucky. She's coming back for a third time.
Oh
What about you? Who do you have?
well, I still have Christian Hubicki as the goat of the week.
And
And lastly, we've got Purple of the Week.
I
Take your
mean
pick.
we've all we've already enumerated them, so
Yeah. I guess it's the consequence of having 24 castaways because
yeah.
even in previous seasons in the new era it's been 18, right?
Yeah,
We
but
have 6 extra people.
yeah, but we don't have to introduce any of them
That's true. That's true.
because like we presumably know who they are, so we can get
Mhm.
straight into like the
Yeah.
gameplay, right? So
But yeah,
I don't know.
you can't help then but think that this is gonna play into the later season, as you said.
Yeah. So there. Um, those are the purple
Hmm.
of we didn't get to see Mike White's. No, we did get to see Mike White's
Yeah, he
sometimes.
had that
Yeah.
interaction with Coach, and he had
Yeah.
that Halpert after that. Well, while Coach was waddling away. Yeah.
Right. So I'm gonna say that my purple of the week are the safety swimmers, right? Because in that confessional, right, Coach was like, Jonathan saved my life. Like, no,
No, it was a
no,
safety
like
swimmers.
it was the safety swimmers. Maybe Jonathan helped out,
Uh-huh.
lifeguard vibes and stuff. But like, no, the safety swimmers. They were like totally there to bail your ass out of the water, Mr. Coachman.
Yeah.
Coach.
Coach was probably like thinking, okay, I probably shouldn't what pull the veil on that idea that there's other actually safety swimmers, right? But
Yeah,
then
to
again, we
didn't want
hear
to
it from Jonathan.
they didn't want to break the illusion.
Yeah.
Very old school
Yeah.
sort of vibe, right? Because
Yeah. You're supposed to
apparently
survive, right? You're supposed to survive. Meanwhile, the
apparently
new
very
era's
early on.
been, yeah, the new era
Oh
guys
yeah.
are like, it's a game. We've got
Yeah.
safeguards.
Yeah, and like apparently very early on, right? Like Mark Burnett and them, every time somebody would try to break the fourth wall, talk about it, being a game or whatever,
Hmm.
like they would discourage them from doing that.
Yeah.
So once again, it was Rob Sesternino that just sort of broke the glass ceiling on that, or
Mm.
he was one of the first like super fans to be cast.
Hmm.
So yeah, like prior to that, if ever anybody would, well, even with Rob, like whenever he would talk about like previous seasons and all of that sort of thing, the producers would stop him,
Mm.
or at the very least cut it out.
Yeah. Yeah. But then again, it's so hard right now to find someone who's never watched Survivor and cast them. We've only had one. Who was that? Yeah, there was one in the new era, right? Who was not a super fan
Yeah.
who got cast into the season.
What was it? Like Survivor, if we like if we have like a new era like All Stars, it's going to
Mm.
be no, if we have a new era like fans versus favorites, it should be called like fans versus fans who have played.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
I forgot who said that. Like one of the other podcasters said that fans versus fans who have played. That's exactly what it would be.
Exactly. Yeah. Because that's their casting pool now, unless they get from old era, emphasis on the old.
Mm,
These guys from the old era, the previous era, the old school, they're up there in age already.
yeah, and they've all become fans,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Right. So it's well, yeah, fans versus fans who have played. Whose line is it actually?
Whose line is it actually? Uh yeah, I did. I originally said it was gonna be Hibiki.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'll probably stick to that. Martin said it was gonna be Jeff. Uh, but yeah, I'm sticking to it being Hibiki, and he is gonna say it to Devons at the mat right before they swap. He's like,
Yes.
"Did you vote for a swap?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're in agreement on that. And like I said, it's gonna be for the
Hibiki all the
rest of
way.
the season. Hubicki all the way. Whose line is it? Hubicki's?
Who's Hibiki?
Hubicki, Hubicki. He gets voted off. Next episode, whose line is it? Hubicki from
He gets
Ponderosa.
he suddenly has like a he gets a confessional from Ponderosa. He's
Yeah.
gonna start predicting. You know, I think this is what's gonna happen.
So yeah, surprise twist. It's an Edge of Extinction season.
Ooh, yeah. There has been talk about that. We've talked about that.
Yeah, that would have been great. But
Yeah. Are we gonna have like the what were they called again? The outcasts, the outcast tribe, when they get to 8. Then we're gonna have the outcast tribe.
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
So they have like a immunity challenge, and yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. Anything else you wanna add?
Yeah, double boot. The it looks like the reward challenge, or it looks like a challenge is going to be blind leading the blind. That looks like
Mm.
it's gonna be so cool.
Yeah,
It's
and
been a while.
Charlie's gonna get hit right in the face, right?
Yeah,
With something.
it's it's been a while since we've seen one of those sorts of challenges with a collar. I quite like
Mm.
those.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
Well, we did have. You remember you were asking for a challenge where they had to run into the forest. We
Yeah.
did have that this episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Well,
listening. They're listening. Jeff is
you're listening.
listening.
I see you, Jeff. Thank you. If
Uh,
you do, if this ends up being your last season, Jeff, put in a good word for JLP.
yeah, put in a good word for you. Speaking of, I haven't seen the latest episode of Australia.
Uh,
Yeah, just a quick word or two about how are you finding Golden what's it Golden Boy
Golden God.
Golden God? How are you finding his hosting?
He's not JLP.
Yeah, JLP was
Not that
different.
he's bad or
Yeah,
anything. It's just it's
it's like he's in there with them. He's not
yeah,
looking at it from a different point of view.
yeah, yeah. That is really weird.
Mm.
Like I like Jeff's idea of the host as being somebody that hasn't played,
Mm.
right? Because the host is in a way supposed to be our um one of our sort of point of view
Yeah,
characters in a way, like
yeah,
you know. The host is supposed to be there to ask theoretically the questions that we want to ask in tribal.
Mhm.
So, you can't um get that if you've played,
Mm, it's true.
right? So there. I miss JLP.
Hopefully, we see him again soon.
Yeah.
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 All right. Well, if that's it for this episode of the Council of Titos. Again, please, or for the first time saying for this episode, please hit the like and subscribe button if you want to hear more from us in the coming weeks, and so that we don't get voted off this channel. Once again, this has been Joel.
I'm Zhao. Godspeed. Stay safe travels.
Safe travels. Yes, we hope that you all stay safe, everyone. The Titos have spoken.